Influencer marketing can be an absolute ball ache. Whenever you're dealing with people, you have to always take into consideration the human element. Influencers are no exception to this. In fact, let's just be honest, the human factor in these guys can be an absolute nightmare. In this episode, we're going to unpack the 3 most common pain points that are experienced across influencer marketing and how the SoSquared platform can help relieve these. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and remember, hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything. And if you missed our new bi-weekly vlog, you can check it out on the channel. It's under the playlist What the Fuck Am I Doing? And it's going to follow me, Sam, the founder of SoSquared, on my quest to build a tech company within the influencer marketing space. Right, so what are the 3 biggest pain points that people experience in the influencer marketing world? And I'm going to tell you now, it doesn't matter whether you're a solopreneur, a small business, a medium enterprise, or a global giant. These problems are all the same across the board. So here they are: influencer identification, communication, and end-to-end process management. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, but what about measuring return on investment? Or what about measuring the influencer's ability? Yes, these are all important, but if we look at influencer marketing on a first principles basis, these are the 3 most important things that are going to happen in influencer marketing that are going to cause you a headache. Identifying influencers. Now, the biggest question is, how do you identify influencers? Inbound and outbound. Simple, right? Well, not exactly. Inbound influencers come from 3 main sources: direct messages, emails, and then third-party agencies. Straight away, inbound emails and direct messages, they're just hella messy. I mean, even if you've got a dedicated collabs email, you'll get so frustrated with the inconsistency and just blasé formatting, they'll end up being a ball ache to actually check these. And as for third-party agencies, I mean, do we really need to touch on how little value these guys are adding? Now, unless you're dealing with kind of mega stars that have proper talent managers, influencer agencies within the micro space pretty much add 0 value and just cause friction points on your goal to creating successful influencer marketing campaigns. And then there's outbound strategy. So if you own a brand or you're a marketer within a larger brand, you can search Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and try and find creators that you'll like the most. Now, let's be honest, that's not an efficient way. On these social media platforms, you cannot search and refine and filter your results for the desired creator. So effectively, what we end up having is a herd of application from multiple different sources, and it's all very messy and confusing. As a marketer, it's really hard to stay on top of. It's going to cause you problems from start to finish, and it's going to cost you or your company time and money. SoSquared's solution to this is to provide inbound and outbound influencer leads in one designated place. Inbound applications come in the form of brands posting jobs onto our job board, which allows them to create a detailed campaign which can involve things like brand guidelines, a bit about the brand, and what deliverables they're looking for. Influencers can then search these campaigns and apply directly. Outbound applications work on a search and filter system, so you can refine the influencers that best match your brand and invite them to your campaign. Now, both of these systems allow brands to collate inbound and outbound applications from influencers into one easy-to-use place. Now, coincidentally, this helps solve that 3rd pain point, which is end-to-end process management. We make identification an absolute breeze, which helps brands save time. Next comes communication. Now, if you are new to influencer marketing, this is probably going to be one of your biggest headaches. So in business to business, email is typically the chosen medium of choice when it comes to conversing. Now, this isn't exactly true for the influencer marketing space. So what is the most effective way to communicate with creators? Is it via direct messages? Nope. I mean, these influencers get bombarded with so many notifications that they often have them turned off. So your message is going to get missed just as much as everybody else's they're trying to avoid. Is it phone calls? Well, in today's world where everybody's so busy, Phone calls, unless scheduled, are a little bit of a thing of the past. So what about text or WhatsApp? Yes, you've cut through the noise and you've got a direct line into that creator. However, from a business perspective, it's quite disorganized. Keeping records that are able to be forwarded or distributed to other team members of your conversations are typically part of daily operations when running a business, especially a marketing team. Also, the two previous points are only applicable if the influencer is known to you. If it's a cold outreach, you aren't going to be able to use these forms of communication. So what is the outcome? And ultimately, it's a lot of wasted time. You are going to spend a lot of time waiting for replies or even have messages missed. The SoSquared solution is so simple but yet so beautiful. We allow direct messaging with the creators through our platform, where when you engage with talent, our software will create a conversation titled with that campaign heading that will allow you to converse in one space that's easy to use and can keep everything on record. We plan to cut through the noise with a simple theory that whenever you receive a message through SoSquared, it's for one thing and one thing only. And that's the influencers getting paid. I mean, how much more of an incentive do you actually need? SoSquared is building a native app. We hope by providing an app to our customers, this will encourage engagement, which will help brands complete campaigns in a more efficient way. And last, but certainly not least, end-to-end process management. So let's say you found the right influencer, and let's say you've managed to communicate with him, and let's just say you have done all of this without using SoSquared. How are you managing the process? 90% of the companies that we spoke to when building SoSquared either said they weren't managing the process or they had an inconsistent spreadsheet. This is just not good for business. Let's look at this across any other industry. Would you build a house without phasing and programming? Would you design a menu without recipes? Or would you assemble a car without a structured process of how to do that? Absolutely not. Of course you wouldn't. The SoSquared platform allows brands to manage the process from identification to communication to managing the process all the way through to execution. We give brands the tools that they need to successfully and efficiently manage their collaborations, especially at scale. We have designed a purpose-built CRM system that allows the brands and the creators to manage the process at every single stage. Adding structure to what is a high growth yet infant industry creates a better working protocol for the marketeers that operate in this day to day. Our software allows influencers to more proactively manage their schedules, which in turn allows brands to complete campaigns more successfully while saving time and money. Influencer marketing and user-generated content is applicable across the whole spectrum of industries. At SoSquared, we're always keen to speak to businesses and understand what your marketing strategy is when addressing these points. If you want to book some time in with me or anybody else in the team, drop us an email at info@sosquared.com. Thanks guys, catch you later.